I've only done the YouTube ones with it on the TV, which has a similar issue from here in that I'm looking one way that it's hard to see you. But then I realized that it might work better to look at it on an iPad and have it propped up next to my eyes. So that's
a good idea. So lengthways on the roller, head to tail. And if you feel like the head is hanging back, the chin is higher than the forehead, you might just prop a towel or something under your base of your skull. Arms outstretched. And just being able to rocking from side to side. Feel the roller sort of shove the scapula away from center and then massage over the inner edge of it. So you get a deep tissue massage here. And also you can feel it really roll across your sacrum from one side to the other. So you massage out the SI joints while you shift your weight from right to left. Your arms extended, the base of the skull heavy, the blades melting towards the ground. And you can acknowledge the shift in weight in your feet as you sway from one side to the other. And then we can come back to center. If you're holding a ball between your thighs, just squeeze it in enough that you feel the inner edges of your feet engaged, or you can use the yoga block too, if you'd rather. That's there. And now that we're stable, bring the arms up and hug the air right over your chest, and then exhale, pull the arms out, slowly out, down, and wide, to feel the blades hug the roller under you. Inhale, the arms lift. Think of them as being a mirror image, right to left, left to right, and then open the space between the arms, let them sink to the ground, and we rise again. Big exhale, the belly deepens, navel towards spine, as you let the air seep out from your lungs, out through your mouth, and inhale, embrace the air right above you, gather it in, and then exhale and pull the arms apart and down. Let's do that one more time. Imagine hugging a balloon or a beach ball, and then it slowly expands to push the arms open. And then we can squeeze into that imaginary ball. At the top, point your hands to the ceiling, and just settle the blades on the exhale. Collarbones widen, the blades drop. Inhale, you shrug the shoulders up towards the ceiling, the hands lift as high as they'll go, and exhale, release the blades down. And let's do that again to let the arms rise. And release. Gaze should be up to the ceiling, but maybe slightly forward. Just be sure your throat is soft and it's really easy to breathe through. Here's where you also want to watch that the knees don't drift apart. Find that inside line of your feet and really press that into the floor. One more like this. Shrug the shoulders up and then exhale, melt them down. And here we turn the palms forward and lengthen the arms long at your side. Touch the fingertips to the mat and lift the arms up to the ceiling and exhale back by your ears. Reach back behind you. Glide the arms forward up into the air and then exhale, lengthen long, parallel to the length of the roller. Arms rise and you push the air aside. You move through it. You float the arms back. And then reverse the direction. Seeing if you can notice that the hands stay in the same plane. You might be able to tell when the arms go back if the armpit is tighter on one side than the other. Even see if you can sense the floor without looking to see if one arm is higher than the other. Let's do that again. Arms lift up and go back on your inhale. You stretch, you pause, and then exhale, press the arms forward through the air and down to the ground. And now let's bring your hands to your shoulders. The elbows pull in and then up, and exhale out wide around and down. Circling here with the elbow points, opening the chest. And finally a break in the day, right? You'll complete the circle and then reverse it. Go wide, lift up, forward, around, and in. Really roll the shoulders here on the surface of your roller. And think of the blades sinking down, pressing into the roller surface to get a deeper tissue massage there. And being aware of the stretch of the chest as the elbows go wide, and the widening in the back as the elbows pull forward and in. Complete the circle, and we'll stretch the arms forward, go long with the fingertips. The arms go up and back by your ears, double arm stretch, and then circle wide around and forward. Turn the palms down, and we take the arms up and back. Round your body open to the ceiling, to the sky above you, and then sweep the arms out and around, and palms go down, lifting up and press back. Your body yawns open, take up a lot of space here in the room. See how far back you can reach with the fingertips, and how far out the fingertips can explore and stretch into space. One more. The ribs still will stay grounded, even when the arms go behind. And now let's reverse it. Palms up, circle out and around. Exhale, press the arms forward, push them down, and do that again. Out wide, and then exhale and dive forward. Palms up to circle. They lift as they go past the height of your shoulders. You press them down in parallel, and one last time. Let it work here through the pecs, through the lats. And now bring the hands into diamond arms, thumbs together, index fingers together, and we sweep the arms back to frame your face, and then exhale, sweep the arms forward to flip over your abs. Take it back on the inhale. Exhale forward here. And let's do that again. Imagine your collarbones just rolling around their own axis. They roll forward as the arms go forward. They roll back as the arms go back. And one more time. The blades sliding along the edge of the roller, and the roller massaging the edge of the blades. Okay, and then we can slide off the roller here, and we'll take the roller off under your glutes. Once you lay down, you bridge up, so the feet press down, the hips lift, and your glutes there, pushing down into the feet, and then the rollers across the widest part of the hips now. Hold the roller, elbows can go wide, and roll the roller in towards your chest. And we pick up the legs, that needs to begin. So the hands can go a little wide here as we start to sway from one side to the other. Tip the knees over to the right and turn your head to the left. Exhale, bring the gaze and the knees to the center, and then look away. Knees slide left, your head turns right. The right shoulder blade heavy. And then you can press down and into the roller as you move through center with your knees. Head turns away each time from the direction of your legs. And then come across again. Hopefully you're noticing a little pressure into the glutes, maybe finding a spot that is tight. If you do, you can stay there. Let's stay here when the legs are to the right and draw little circles with the knees. The legs glued together like one leg, not two. And then we'll reverse the circles. And then complete this, come back to center. Adjust the roller if you need to, and then let the knees fall to the left, your gaze goes right. And we do the circles here. Just massaging out the glute. You can change the angle of the knees to work a little more laterally or a little more medial in towards the sacrum here. To see where you need that release, where you need that pressure into the glute to maybe release that muscle and the piriformis underneath it. Finish the circle, reverse your circles. Deep tissue massage here, or maybe you didn't even realize you needed it. And then back to center. And let's extend both legs up to the ceiling, soft point with the feet, line them up, and then the right leg goes back, the left leg goes forward, switch it out, and then switch the legs here. They glide through the air, each leg in its own path. See if you can find the spot where you bring the knee really back, maybe you can bend the knee, but get the good stretch in the back of your leg. And then the leg is forward, hopefully keep the knee straighter so you get the stretch across the quad and into the hip. And just breathe through it and inhale for one direction and exhale for the next. Let the legs working reciprocally so they both start moving at the same time. Hopefully ending the movement at the same time too. Right. And then the legs go up to the ceiling. Externally rotate and pull the legs apart sideways. Open here. Exhale, pull the thighs together, close the heels, and do that again. It's easier to have the legs get up to the ceiling when your hips are elevated like this. But again, if you need to bend the knees to have the legs vertical, do that. We'll do one more, letting the outer thighs pull the legs apart and let the upper inner thighs pull the legs together. Left leg is vertical, right leg goes out to the side. Try to hold the left side heavy. Reach out into the foot and then exhale, pick the leg up and close the legs together. Now the right leg is vertical, the left leg moves sideways and down, draw the arc in the air. And then exhale, bring it on up. And you want to take your time so you're not just like flopping the leg out and down and then throwing it up. See if you can work it in both directions. So you feel that work on the muscles in your leg. While the other one just is lifted and is weighting right down into the center of the hip joint. Let's do one more to each side. Open here. Big exhale. Press with the arms into the roller before you lift the leg. And then bring that all the way up. And now bend your knees into your chest. We'll start with the bicycle. One leg goes forward, reaches out long. The toes slide in along the mat as the other leg extends out. Reach out as far as you can. Stretch the hip open. Soft, soft toes. Still working to extend the shin back over the shoulder. Don't forget the back line of your leg when the leg comes back over the chest. And then when you get to a good point, I'm going to reverse and back pedal. The toes skate out along the mat. You can go up high. Just breathe through this. And then we'll end with the legs up in the air. All right, now scissors split the legs, right leg back, left leg forward, and circle the feet out and around, 2 semicircles, making a complete circle on the ceiling, and reverse. So it's always 180 degrees away from each other as they trace that circle in the sky. The legs do get to rotate as you move the toes across the ceiling. And then both legs up to the ceiling here. Bend your knees. And then let's lower the left foot down. Take the right leg up in the air, soft point, and press the leg forward and down. Reach all the way out. Tap your heel if you can. Bend the knee as necessary. Exhale, stretch it further out, and then exhale, pull it on up. And again, so we're just doing a straight leg lower lift here with the right leg. Push forward through the air, exhale, lift it. If it is too much for your back, you can pull the left knee into your chest, or you can bend the right knee as the leg lowers. But work for a straighter leg, not a more back one, if your back allows that. This will help open up that psoas on the right side, which will release tension in the lower back and that lumbar spine. And then we can pull that leg in, pull the left one in, and extend the left foot up to the ceiling. Soft toes, reach out and tap the heel down. Exhale to lift it down. Remember the right foot is still grounded so that the knee doesn't flop out sideways. Keep the foot balanced on the ground so the knee stays really vertical here. Press out, reach out a little further every time, and then see if you can bring it back a little closer to the chest each time as well. Inhale to take it down, lengthen, exhale to pull it back up. And we'll do that again here. Exhale to lift, and just one more. And then bend your knee, lower the foot. And then we can bring the feet maybe closer in to stand in your feet, lift your hips, and pull the roller out from under. Good. At this point, we'll stretch the legs forward, the arms back, getting ready for a roll-up. Option to put ankle weights over the ankles, or use bare bands around the feet, or sometimes even when you learn it, pressing your feet against a wall or a piece of furniture really helps. Lifting the head, neck, and shoulders, big exhale to come up and curve the waist down. Pull the head and arms forward. Take a deep dive over the extended legs in front of you. And then reach out long through the soles of your feet. The arms can lift, they can stay down lower. For more control, take them higher for more challenge. And then bring the arms back behind you. And stretch from your fingertips to the center of each foot. We lift the arms, start to nod the head forward, lift the head off the ground, exhale to pull your body up. Try to wrap yourself around an imaginary ball here. So the waist is pulling back, the head is pulling forward, and you curve your spine in a beautiful C shape. And then we take it back, unrolling the C shape. Keep lifting the tail so you get all the way down to the tip of the blades, and then the tail flattens. So you go back into your S curve spine, you feel the waist lift away from the ground. And let's do that again. Up, exhale, come up and over. Now on the way back, we have an option of going into an exercise called rollover. So you can continue doing this if you want to. Or when you go back, you can circle the arms around at your side. It's a bit like jackknife. You press the arms at your side, you pull the knees into your chest, lift the legs up to the ceiling. Now the legs go forward a bit, sweep them up and over, push the ground down to lift your hips and bring the legs parallel to the floor. Open the legs, flex your feet, and you pull out through your halo, you pull down with your spine, come all the way down. And the legs reach out to your working level. You want to feel your abs, not your back arching. Close the legs, do it again. So come up, push into the ground to lift up and over. Good, and then close, open, flex, and down we go. The head reaches back, the shoulders can lift so you don't feel like you're choking yourself here. And then press the legs long, pull them together, and go up and over. Exhale to lift your hips off. Open the feet, flex at the ankles, and keep reaching back through your heels with your magnets reaching for the wall behind you. Bring the spine down. We're going to change the position of your legs. So close that open. Go over still with a soft point. Up and over, your shoulder blades spread. Close the legs, flex the feet, toes towards the kneecaps, and push into the ground to delay your descent. Coming down, feeling that stretch in the back of your legs. Reach out to your working level where the spine doesn't really shift into extension. The feet are open. We push down, exhale, and come up and over. Close the legs, flex. Work your way down. The halo pulls back, the head pulls into it. You massage your spine on the way down, giving a lot of work through the abdominal wall as you come down, apart, one more. Coming up to balance on the shoulders, Your gaze stays up. You never would turn your head when your hips are lifted. That protects the neck from additional strain. And then let's lower the left leg down and take the right leg up and on a diagonal for tree. So here, you might want to put the ankle weight on your left leg if you're not used to doing this. So you would come up, lifting your head. This is a roll up, but with one leg in the air. So lift hand first to the back of the right leg, pull yourself up. You can also use a TheraBand around that right foot to help you with this exercise. And then you curl the tail forward, look into your abs and work your spine down. Leg stretches out here, come all the way down and lengthen the arms at your side, palms to the floor. And then lifting again. So you can use the arms to help pull you up, but also really think about it's your hip flexors, it's your core. At the top of the movement, the shoulders fall behind you, the chest is wide. And then we still hold that leg at the same angle as we go down. So the spine goes down, then the hands follow. You work your body down here, stretch the arms forward. We'll do one more. So let's lift your head, look at your midline, your gaze actually to the inside of the lifted leg. And you can come all the way up, try to sit on your sits bones, and then you can have the knee bent as you need to, but try to straighten it where you can. And we inhale to lift the leg up and exhale, release it forward. Inhale, the foot goes up, and then you sink it low, bring it up and down. Now lift it, hold it up. And now leave that foot where it is in the air. Look down, pull your tail up, rounding your back more, and imprint your spine into the ground. Avoid holding onto the back of the knee. Work your hands hand by hand, down the leg, really up to the top of the thigh. And then here, we can just pull that right knee into your chest, embrace it in. If you're using a TheraBand, switch it now to the left foot. We're going to switch the legs. So the right leg is down, the left leg pulls in. Give it a little hug here, and then extend the leg out on the diagonal. If it's too high, you're not going to be able to lift your spine. So as you come up, you can lower it if you need to. So flip the head up, look down your midline. The right hand goes across the back of the left thigh, and we come up, lifting the head, lifting the chest, widening the chest here. Sit as upright as you can, and then you can look down as your tail curves up. We're rounding the back, avoid holding the back of the knee. Stretch out through the soles of both feet, right through the middle of each foot, and lay your spine down, and then come up again. So inhale, big exhale to climb the tree. Come all the way up, the shoulders sink behind you, and then down we go again. Start with the low back rounding, the belly sinks into it. We bring the body down inch by inch, just like you do in a roll-up. Stretch the arms forward, palms to the ground. And let's lift to come up one more time. Good. And then here we are, sit up upright as much as you can. Maybe lower the leg a little bit to come upward vertically with your body. And then bend the elbows, lift the leg, exhale, reach it away. Lift it up again, and exhale, sink it. One more to lift, feel that extra stretch in the hamstring without overworking the back of the knee. And then we can look down into the core, curl the tail up, rounding the back. Leave the leg in the air, the other leg forward and stretching long, standing into the ground. Come all the way down, and let's pull that left knee into your chest here. So just give it a little hug, a little tug, and then reach for your TheraBand. You don't have one on your leg already. We're going to put it now on the right leg. Left leg slides forward, left of the foot. And then extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Okay, so with the weight of the leg fall deep into the socket, we can point the foot and flex it, toe ball heel, heel ball toe. The elbows glide forward down towards your hips. They're close to the side of your body, and you choke up on the band so you feel the support. The knee can be bent when the leg is vertical if that's what you need. And then we point and we circle. Inhale, bring the right leg over to the left, take it low, out around to the right, hips stay level. And again, so as the leg goes over, it's a short, deep inhale, and then you sweep it into a long, slow exhale. Go to exhale, 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 knitting the abdominal wall together until you come to the top and you can breathe in again. The shorter the inhale, the longer the exhale, the more you feel that transverse abdominal muscle really contract to support you and also help with that forced exhalation. Where it draws a beautiful circle in the air, keep pushing out into the band and keep pulling back with your arms, back with your elbows into the floor for more stabilization through the torso. One more. Really free that leg and free the hip socket. We come to the top and reverse. The left side is heavy, anchor into it and push the right leg away. Exhale, go low, drag it across, and then bring it up high. So remember, we have that external rotation as the leg goes away from center, comes to neutral at the bottom, internally rotate as it pulls across the other leg and back to neutral at the top. So while you're drawing the circle in the air, you're also rotating the femoral head here on the hip joint itself, and you stretch out into the strap, allow that to support the weight of your leg and give you also something to reach into. Try to see if you can keep your torso, your hips steady on the mat while you circle the leg and reach further and further as you get steadier with your hips. Then we'll come to the top. Here, you can either do the straight leg up in the band. You can also pull the knee into your chest and just take the knee out to the side. So we're rotating the leg externally and take your right leg to the right, whether it's a bent knee or a straight leg in the strap. And maybe rock that leg a little bit here towards your armpit and away. Your left hand could encourage the left hip to stay grounded. You also could lift the right leg higher, really press the left hip into the floor, and then take the right leg away to get more stretch in the inner thigh. On the exhale, we pull the leg up to the ceiling, switch hands on the TheraBand. Extend the right arm out and look at it as you cross the leg over. Pull the leg back towards your shoulder. Bend the knee as you need to, straighten it when you can, but rotate the leg internally. So now you feel a big stretch across the glute into the low back. And just stay there, enjoy the stretch that you found for your body. Breathe in and out of it. We'll exhale and pull from the left shoulder to the waist to the right glute, the right leg goes up. And then we can bring the hands up the band towards the foot. Take an upper curl, look down your midline, and maybe pull the leg back just a little bit further. And then we fold the knee in, band comes off, hug the knee into your right chest, and then also maybe into the right armpit, just slightly to the side. Bring the knee back to center and then extend that right leg forward. Shake out both legs and then just feel the difference right to left. I know it feels like the right side has dropped at least an inch deeper into the ground, and also the right hip and the leg rotate a little externally there. Definitely longer, and maybe there's more like opening, more extension at the ankle, right? So here we can go for the left leg. First you pull it in, and then you place the band on the foot and the top of the arch. Pushing the foot up into the sky, right? Either the knee bent or the leg straight, as vertical as you can make it. Point on the inhale, flex on the exhale, and work through all the bones and joints in your feet. So this should feel pretty luxurious, that you're articulating through all these different joints in your left foot. And also when the heel lifts, the sits bone is heavy, so that you feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg. All right, we're going to end with the next point. Slide your elbows forward away from your shoulders and start with the circle across the body. The left leg goes to the right, and then it circles low, around, and up to the ceiling. Left hip heavy before the leg glides to the right side. Go low, and then put weight into the right side of your body everywhere, head to heel. Reach again. Sort of want to preset the weight through the pelvis and the rib cage, but particularly the pelvic girdle, before the leg crosses over or reaches out to the side. That way you feel the work in your abdominal muscles, in your core. And you can encourage that with the way that you're breathing, right? So when we come to the top, we start with that deep, short inhale, and then the long exhale. The longer the exhale is, the more the belly pulls tight and helps you stabilize. So we come here to the top and let's reverse. Out to the left and then low, across the right leg, rotating in, bring it up in neutral and then reach it again. You can challenge yourself to see how stable the pelvis is, like it's filled with sand or concrete and just dropped onto your mat so nothing can move it. And then you challenge that stability by reaching the leg further and further and stretching it away from your center. Meanwhile, you can check your breathing so that the shortest inhale possible, the longest exhale possible, encourages the abdominal wall to contract at the end of the movement so you feel that intensely when the leg is vertical. Let's go for one more. Pushing the other side, coming up. And now we'll take those ends of the band in the left hand. Rotate the left leg, press the right hip and right leg down, and then bring the left leg out to the side to give it a gentle rocking action here. If the hip is really down, you'll get an increase in the stretch in the upper inner thigh. And then we exhale to lift the leg up, switch hands at the top of the movement, and then cross it over, extend your left arm, look out over the fingertips as they spread wide, back of the head to the floor, and reach out into your left foot. The bent elbow supports the leg there. And then we unwind the body, pull the left glute down, lift the leg up, and then walk your hands up the band or up the leg if you're not using a band. You look down your midline here. Maybe bending the elbows to pull a little deeper into your upper abdomen. And then release yourself back and folding it in. The band comes off and to the side. And first hug the left knee in directly to your chest wall. And then let's take it out to the armpit. So it's just the outside of the rib cage. Pull the knee back into the left chest. And then extend the leg forward. We need the comparison here. Once you work, you always want to check to see what the result is. It also reminds the body what it feels like to be more relaxed and more open after working. All right, so pull the right knee into your body, hands behind the thigh, lift the left leg up in the air, elbows wide. We're gonna roll forward and up to sitting, rocking forward, and find the edges of the feet together, come forward on your mat, and we can hold on to the shins. A little easier would be holding onto the back of the thighs, and the elbows go wide as you pull the waist back. So pick up your feet, suspend them from your knees, and we roll. Inhale to lift the tail up, keep looking at your belly, rock back, and then come forward to where you started. So we inhale until we touch down on the tip of the blades. Start your exhale. So the exhale continues to bring you upwards where you first started with the balance point. So you can push the shins out into the hands. You can also push the hands back into the shins. Try not to open and close the shape, but try to hold the shape steady as you go. You roll back on the inhale, come right back up the midline of your mat to your exhale, and one more. Go back and exhale forward. If you want a little more advancement here, you can come back up and go right into a teaser position, or you can just continue the roll. So we roll back on the inhale. Exhale, come up and extend your arms and the legs as you balance slightly behind your tail on your sacrum. Fold it in, look down, roll again. And then extend, fold, look down, curve the tail up, roll, and back, extend again, fold it back, and one more time. Of course, that's totally optional. The traditional movement is just to roll like a ball. All right, so then we're rolling back here into our ab series, pulling the right leg in. The right hand at the right ankle, left hand on the shin below the right knee. Take up that knee, pull the elbows wide, push the shin up into the arm as you curl back super slowly. Try to hit every vertebra until you come to your upper ab curl, and the knees pulled in tight to the chest. Inhale to switch the legs. One leg goes forward, the other pulls in tight. And we reach. It's important to keep looking down so you don't come out of that upper ab work. No one likes that feeling in their neck. You can always lay your head down. So probably you would take your legs a little higher. Or you could always pop your head up, maybe on your roller, maybe on a ball. Or hold your hands behind your head while you do this. And with the left leg in, pull the right leg in to meet it, double leg stretch. So you reach the arms, the fingers and toes up to the ceiling, circle the arms wide and embrace yourself in. You stretch away from your center point, you pull back into it. Face is down, tipping your head back. Stretch out long through your fingers, long through your toes, pull it back in. And one more time. Embrace it in, lay your head down now. And rocking your head from side to side, release your neck. And then we'll lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Hands can start a little lower, pull yourself forward. And we'll extend the left leg out. Bring your hands up the right leg towards the ankle. And come up deep in that curve. Now switch. Inhale to switch your legs. Exhale to switch again. So the connection of your hand to the leg and the leg to the hand helps you come up a little deeper into that curve. Keep looking down. And try not to fall back as you release your hands and switch your legs. I know it doesn't even sound easy, does it? So end with the left leg up. Both hands high, hands come behind your head. So you pull the head up, you tuck your chin down, you pull the elbows down and in, double leg, lower lift. So we press the legs away. You could also do this with the band around both feet and your head down. So you get a little more support for the weight of your legs. And you can also do this with bent knees and just move from your hip joints. Press the legs forward, feel the increasing load into the lower abdominals as you try to prevent the pelvic girdle from shifting position. And one more like this. And now we twist to the right, bent knee, twist to the left. Rolling across the blades. Preferably the tips, you want to come up high and deep into your curve. And just keeping your rib cage within the same frame as your hips here. So you're not side bending, but you're really rotating and lifting forward, up and in towards the inner thigh of the opposite leg. Do one more set here. And then lay on down. You can pull the knees into your chest and then stretch the legs forward and the arms back. Get my jacket off. Should have done that earlier. So Joe Pilates always called it the internal furnace when you really got into your core. And so really that's one of the reasons for hundreds being at the beginning of the series, and also the ab series coming in pretty early too, so your body really gets heated up and warm to prepare it for all the work that's going to follow. Okay, so now from here you can roll on up to sitting. And we'll extend the legs out. A little wider than your hips, a little wider than your mat maybe. Here's a chance to elevate your hips if you are really tight in the back line of your body, either the back or legs. And then let's bring the arms up to the ceiling. This is more advanced position. Earlier in your training, easier is to bring the arms from parallel to the floor. So if you bring the arms up, turn the palms back, keep these in. Lift your heart, look up, and imagine scooping a ball across the sky. Follow it with your eyes, and then turn the palms forward. Imagine the ball sliding forward across the ceiling, down the wall to the floor, and then it comes in under your belly, and you round it over. Hang your head down. You're trying to rest your forehead on that ball. Push down and lift to come up. It rolls up the front of your body. And then arch back while the lower part of the torso is still vertical. Exhale, pounce over the space in front of you. The head leads you out, over and down. The blades start to come around towards the front of your chest, around the sideline. And then let's lift to come up again. Your back sits up a wall, goes over the top of the wall to rest on the ledge at the top. And then forward and over again. Stretch out your back, stretch out your legs, stretch out your neck. And one more time to lift. See if you come up, if you can find that you're sitting right on your sits bones and maintain that, don't fall behind them. And then we'll go over, pounce over the space here on the mat between your legs. Dive and just breathe into the stretch. And then we stack the spine coming up. And let's go over onto one side here for some of the side hips. So you can stretch your body out. You can support your head with your hands or extend the arm long and lay your head on your arm. Okay, and then you can start with your hand in front of your chest wall or most advanced hands behind the head. So leg legs forward, flexing at your feet, flexing at your ankle. And you pull the head long here, the top leg is up. We flex to go forward and double pulse, 1, 2, point to take it back, reach back and pulse 1, 2. Flex to go forward, double beat, point to take back. I'm so glad you're able to come today as well. And you know next week we're not here. Good. Let's go forward, double pulse, point, take it away, reach and reach again. Come back and lower that leg on top of the other one. Feet stay flexed, and then we rotate the leg externally and internally at hip height. Just spiral the leg here on the socket. All right, thanks so much, great job. And then we'll lower in external rotation, point the foot for up, down. So bottom up, point the leg up, flex and reach it down. Lift it high, flex, bring it down low. Point to bring it up, flex to take it down. And now reverse, flex up, point, stretch it long and away. Flex to lift it, point, lengthen and forward. One more, flex high, point all the way down. Good. So développé, you bend the knee up towards the ceiling, you slide the foot in, pull the knee to your armpit, extend the leg up, flex the foot and reach it out and down. So we point, glide, pull the knee in, extend it up, flex and press it out. Tap the heel once more. And then reverse. Straight leg, flex foot, up in the air, point the foot, bend the knee, skin the leg down the other one, pull the head away, flex to let it rise, point, bend, exhale all the way forward, stretch it out, and one more time. And here, pick up the leg hip height, small circles, circling 8 times. 1, 2, nice and buoyant. 4, exhale 5, 6, 7, 8, reversing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower it down. You can feel how this targets the lateral thigh and hip. So next we pick the leg up and we go forward with the leg, big circles, rond de jambe, up, back, around, and through center. Try to hold the body stable here on the mat so you're not swinging your hips, you're not leaning your chest forward or back in opposition to the leg for balance. We're going to keep the body still, the torso still, the head still, while you're moving the leg in this huge circle. Come back to center and reverse. Take it back, and the circles can be smaller while you're working to build stability into your center. Let's do one more here. Okay, and then here onto your stomachs. And overlap your hands, rest your forehead on that. Little support so your nose is lifted off the ground. It's nice to be able to breathe here. And then just with the legs in parallel, let's push the right hip bone into the ground and lift the right leg up, lifting the thigh off the floor, the knee off the ground, and then bring it down. And you push the left hip bone into the ground and pick up the left leg. Again, working from the glute to power the leg off the ground. And we alternate legs, right leg goes up on the inhale, down on the exhale, and the left. And by pressing the pelvic calves into the floor, into your mat, you prevent your back from arching additionally and putting the load into the low back. It also ensures that you help open up your hips. So if your hips are tight, the leg might not lift very high. And then when we're set. And then we can press down into your mat, sink back into a child's pose. And then stack your spine coming up so we can go into the other side. So legs forward, maybe 30 degrees or so. Feel that you're pulling the bottom elbow in towards your armpit to engage that lower part of your body on your sideline. And your hand is either pressed into the floor in front of you to help you be stable through the upper body, or hands support the head and try to pull the neck long. Pick up your top leg, feet are flexed, and inhale, swing the leg forward, pulse 1, pulse 2. Point the foot, take it back, and reach again. So we flex to go forward, reach forward with the heel and back with the sits bone. Point, take it back, and use your glute to help open up the hip. Flex forward, pulse once, twice. Point, reach back, and lengthen again. When we're here, flex to pulse it forward. Point to push it back. We come back to center, lower the legs, and now lift the leg up hip height to do the rotation here with the socket. Internally rotate, externally rotate. I prefer inhaling as I internally rotate, exhaling as I externally rotate. That may just be because of the way it sounds, as opposed to the way it feels. We hold the leg up so you really feel that work into the glute and the piriformis underneath it, rotating the leg. So externally rotate to end and then lower the heel down, now up, down. So point the foot to lift it high, flex the foot to bring it long and down, heels connect. Point to drag it open, flex to close and squeeze it tight. Point up, flex all the way down. Now reverse, flex to lift, point stretch it away. Flex to go up, point lengthen it down. One more time, flex high, point all the way down here. Now développé, bend the knees, slide the leg in, knee to the armpit or chest, lift it up, flex, and press it down straight. So first we bend the knee up to the ceiling, you pull the knee in towards your shoulder, you lift the foot to the ceiling, you flex the foot and bring heel to heel. One more. Point glide, pull it in, lift it up, flex and press it down, tap. And then we reverse. So flex foot goes up in the air, point the foot and bend the knee. The top foot slides down the bottom leg, encouraging both legs to lengthen, end in a flex and lift it up, point bend. Exhale, push the air out of your lungs, push the leg forward on the other one and lift one more time. Point bend and all the way forward. And now we lift the leg for small circles, around and up 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reversing here. Be sure the leg goes back as well as forward, so you feel that work in the glutes and in the hamstring as much as you do in the quad. And then we lower the leg, get a little mini break, lift it again, and now we do your big circles. Forward on the inhale, up, around, back and through center, a longer exhale. Inhale forward, reach up, press back. Good. And again here, draw a beautiful circle in the air with the path of that foot. And now take it back. Open the hips, circle around, forward and down, and reach back again. Rotating the leg on the hip so it's easy to move the leg. Well, it's not really easy, but it fits, it glides in the socket. Okay. And then from here, let's lay on our backs for shoulder bridge. So if your hamstrings tend to cramp, it's a really good idea to put a ball or yoga block between your thighs. Or, everyone should be at least pressing through the inside edges of your feet here so that the outside line of the legs doesn't take over. So we stretch the arms long at your side here and be a comfortable distance, maybe 8 to 10 inches from your sits bones. Spread your feet into the ground. We begin with a pelvic tuck as you curve the tail up, the waist flattens. You're going to slide the tail forward to push the knees out over the feet. In your own mind, they go out over your toes. And then you're going to roll to the outer arm, push down into the top of the shoulders and the top of the outer arm, and then the blades will help you lift your chest higher Then you push into your legs, into your arms, into your palms to bring the hips up to their highest point, hip extension and thoracic extension of the chest wall. And now we're going to roll the arms slightly, the upper arms slightly internally so the blades start to move apart. Keeping the hips up and the knees forward, the blades move apart and you sink your sternum down, your chest down. The spine lowers from the top, roll through the mid-back, imprint every vertebra, and then as you rock onto your sacrum and then the tail sinks, the waist comes off the ground. So again, we start with a little pelvic rocking, the tail moves forward and up. You feel the mid-back press into the mat. You pull the tail forward, lifting the pelvis, lifting the hips, coming forward with the knees right up over the center of each foot. Push down into the top of the shoulders and the outer upper arm to come up as high as you can. Get a little extra boost for the glutes. And then we're going to roll through the inner arm now. The blades move apart. You sink the rib cage. The sternum draws down towards the ground, towards the spine, and then the spine goes one vertebra at a time from the top to the tail. At the end, you release the tail, pelvic floor opens, and you're resting flat on your pelvic girdle here, waist is lifted. One more time. Imprint the low back down, the tail moves forward and up. Even think of pulling back slightly through the heels as the knees come up. Adjust the shoulder blades here to lift higher in the chest and then higher in the glutes. And then we roll to the inner arm and articulate the spine down nice and slow. So you get every inch of your spine to sink into the mat. And with that articulation, you're not lowering like 4-inch chunks of the spine down. And by moving the shoulder blades here, you don't just like drop your waist down as the first part of the movement, because we've allowed clearance here for the spine to move once you clear the blades out of the way. And we just have a little bit more time, so let's come up to standing. Pull your knees in and rock forward up to sitting, and then we can come up to stand at the end of your mat. Okay, so we're going to go out into some kind of a plank, and you happen to have a choice of, you can even start like in your quadruped on hands and knees or forearms and toes. But let's see, you can choose. We're lifting the arms up to the ceiling here. Take a little upper back extension. Palms are forward, dive forward. Just standing roll down to bring your hands to the ground. To get your palms all the way down, you may bend your knees and then walk on out, either onto your knees and your forearms or your hands and the balls of your feet. Pull your body long. Pull the shoulder blades back by pulling the collarbones wide. And your gaze is slightly forward. You push into the ground so that your ribs fill in the space between your blades. And just squeeze the legs together for a little extra support. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to pull the belly up and in towards your spine without lifting your butt. One more breath here. And then hike up with the tail. Walk your hands back in towards your feet. Get the heels down as soon as you can. Bend your knees as you need to. And then here, bend your knees. Lay your chest closer to your thighs. Dangle your arms in front of you and feel that stretch into the hamstring. You can bend the knees more, push the feet into the ground and stack your spine. The tail curls down. And we come all the way up to standing. Big breath in. And a long breath out. We're done for today. Yay for you.